Episode number 62. 72. Fuck.
It's alright. But anyway, so in today's episode, we are actually going to be responding to some feedback that we received and really just clarifying a previous episode that we had made. So, some of y'all might remember this episode, but if not, let's just recap. Yeah. We're talking about staying away from a mediocre lifestyle, from conforming, from, doing all this stuff. Yeah. And, the feedback was basically saying, oh, well, y'all's idea of a mediocre lifestyle is the same for me, and trying to, something like that. But I guess, where would we start, Mario? Where do you think we should start?
I guess the thing is, like us as people, we don't, we are not the type to bash anyone for the lifestyle they deserve to live. If they enjoy living this 9-to-5 accountant life and, do that as a living, and the thing is, then they enjoy it and they live their life with these certain, like, what was the specific aspects that you said that? Yeah. It's not the job that we consider mediocrity.
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Yeah. Basically, what we were saying is that, we never specified, first of all, in that episode, what a mediocre lifestyle was. It's not like we're defining a lifestyle that's mediocre and then putting it on y'all like, oh, this is our definition of mediocre. So any of y'all that live this life, this is what it is. No, that's not what we're saying. We never said that. If you choose to, your career be an accountant or any career really that you choose, we're not defining that as mediocre. We never defined a 9-to-5 as mediocre or any of that stuff.
Nothing.
So I guess our point really is that to us, if you actually want to know what we define it as, since we never specified in the last episode, I guess we can specify now because we both agree on this.
That makes sense.
A mediocre lifestyle to us, what it is to you, stay away from that.
Completely different.
Yeah, it's going to be completely different. But to us, if you don't know what that is, to us, it's not a career, it's a mindset. So, again, a mediocre lifestyle would be one that is without risks, one that is filled with regrets, one that you don't really get to live life to the fullest simply because you chose to conform and settle for less, and so some people can find that excuse in life and just say that, oh, well, I'm just doing the safest path. I'm just doing what I was told. But obviously we know that it's more to that you don't want to conform. You don't want to live this life of just basically just like everyone else if you know that you're meant for greater. And so, and again, I guess, what else?
I guess it's the point where it's also not prioritizing, like if you prioritize like your family, right?
Yeah.
And all of that as well. But it's also going back to the thing is you define your own level of whatever you think of is the lowest in your personal life, right?
Yeah.
And with that is like we are never going to judge anyone for doing whatever they want to do in their life. Yeah. But if they think, man, I could do so much better, this is probably my mediocre life, then that's when we want to encourage a change. That's when we want to inspire you and maybe hopefully change your mindset and realize you're capable of more.
Yes.
But that's the reason why we say, we have these high aspirations and that or whatever could be ours. But, you could be okay with whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. And something lower than that could be you're mediocre. And that's okay.
You know something I liked. And it's basically like everyone's bars are set differently. And maybe you might not realize that you're capable of more. And you'll notice how we're always here to kind of change your mind for the better, to aspire you to do better.
Yeah.
But we will never criticize you for doing we won't be attacking, we won't be bashing on these people. We don't choose that side of the equation. We choose to say, wait, you can do better. Mm-hmm. So let's say someone's mindset, they don't think much of themselves. They don't think they can do much. We're not going to say, oh, you have a sad, mediocre life. Instead, we'll say, wait, this is how you can make your life better. This is how you can get more out of life. So we're never going to choose the negative side and focus on that. We're going to focus on the positive side and how you can do better. And I like what you said too about, this whole mindset, because again, we mediocre lifestyle to us isn't a career, it's a mindset. And so that to us is a mindset where you place your family, your priorities on the bottom of the list. Stuff that should be a priority you place on the bottom, and it's your family, your health, your mindset. Things like this where you just kind of put them at the bottom, that to us, again, is also something that you want to stay away from, because we believe that these things should be prioritized. There are things that we should be grateful for, and then things that we should continue to work for. And so anything that takes that away or contradicts that, you know, we say stay away from that.
Exactly.
So.
But the thing is also, if you feel that way, you know, you feel like you are capable of more, and you think, oh, this is probably low for me, then you're able to realize that for yourself, not like us telling you, oh, you're doing shit in your life, do fucking better. No, obviously not. You have to question your own self. You have to come to these realizations on your own.
Yes.
But if you're okay and you're happy, you enjoy what you do, then that's really what we strive for, just being happy and enjoying what you do, loving what you do, and not waking up feeling like, oh, you know, fuck another day. Or It should be, you know, with a hope. It should be with happiness. It should be with love. Realizing, you know, I'm blessed with this other day. Like, literally, people go to bed. People will go to bed, and some people won't even wake up. And I guess with that, like, we want to show you to live your life doing what you really do love. Because at the end of the day, you really never know when it will come to an end. Yeah. But when it comes to that point in life and time catches up, are you going to be happy with just the mediocre life of, you know, this didn't really bring me happiness, it really just brought me currency? But like, that's really shallow, I would say. Like, life is meant to be lived in happiness, and joy, and doing what you enjoy and love. And that's really just what we want for everyone that's listening to this, no matter what it is. But the thing is, if you're happy doing what you do, then that's awesome. That's what we want. Like, not everyone has to have these massive aspirations in their life and think, oh, I have to hit this and this and this. Like, it's obviously differs from each individual.
And I like how you hit on that. Like, everyone has a different form or version of happiness. I mean, for example, for me, I don't want to have like a garage filled with expensive cars. That might be someone else's goal.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, like, I want just like, you know, like a lot of land, like a nice house in the middle, you know, and like maybe a little pool on the side, you know, nothing like extremely extra, like all this stuff, you know, like, and then I wouldn't want someone else to come tell me, hey, no, you should want all these cars, you should want that bigger mansion, you should want, you know, a few castles and all these houses and all these expensive cars. And it's just like, no, like, everyone has a different version of happiness. But what we're saying is strive for that and make sure that nothing comes in between that. You know, don't sacrifice that happiness simply because you'd rather live a mediocre life of conformity. And I guess that's really the point that we're trying to get across.
That's really what it is. Yeah. That is really what it is.
Yeah, so I guess to wrap up, I'm pretty sure we already wrapped up.
To really wrap up, what would you say? Leave them with a last little tidbit.
A little tidbit is, I mean, go back and listen to that episode. Yeah. If you haven't listened to that episode, go listen to it.
It was like 2 episodes ago.
It was 2 episodes ago. And it's just talking about, you know, goal setting and achieving these things and not settling for less, which is the biggest point, really, just not to settle for less.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really where it's like fear and doubt. Don't let these things lead your life. You lead your life. Like, the thing is, it's really being courageous. Like, knowing that you're scared but still doing it.
Yeah.
And once you're able to achieve that, and you know, like, you're going to conquer so much more. And a lot of people are scared of failure, and that's really what it is. That's a huge thing. So please just go take a listen to that, and then you come back to this and know that we do not want to bring anyone down, obviously, ever in life. We simply want you to do what brings you the happiest, what brings you joy, what makes you wake up with energy. And if you feel like you're capable of much more, then, you know, that's something that you question yourself, and then you work towards that. We're not going to be the one to tell you you're doing shit, but we want you to uplift you. That's really what it is.
Yeah, sometimes you even know deep down that there are things that you're telling yourself make you happy, and it's not truly happiness. And we're here to kind of uncover that, to kind of like, you know, help you question yourself. You know, we're here to provide this information that you then take and say, you know, this is kind of hitting a soft spot here. You know, maybe that might be true. And you start to question, like, okay, are you really doing this for yourself, or are you doing it for everyone else? Are you doing it because it brings you happiness, or are you doing it because it brings you, you know, a sense of comfort? And so that's what we're trying to, you know, just kind of unravel within you, because we all deep down have something that truly makes us happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's just a matter of uncovering that gift that you were born with, that you were, you know, meant to do, and sharing that gift with the world. And I guess that wraps it up.
That's really what it is. So thank you for taking the time of your day to be here with us.
Yes, thank you.
Hello.
Awkward stare.
Yeah. Okay. YouTube people,
Yes, YouTube people.
comment please.
Oh yes, yeah, actually yes. Please comment. Please give us more feedback because it's feedback like that inspires us to even clarify certain episodes to make sure that y'all are getting the right, that we're getting the right message across, right?
Yeah, that's what
So whether it's some negative or positive feedback, we want to hear. We want to see what y'all think. It's better to let it out there than just keeping it in your head and not getting any clarification across. Like, no, get the message across.
That's extremely important. So you don't realize that, these guys think this way, and then
they're just closed-minded and arrogant.
Yeah.
No, we want to listen. We want to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
And of course, there's a difference between just pointless hate comments.
It's constructive criticism.
It's constructive criticism. That's what we're trying.
But if it's like hate, then obviously we learn to not care.
We don't care.
But that's the thing, though. But if we realize, you're saying a point, we're the type to actually acknowledge it and think, okay, so how can we respond? Not only in a way to be right, but in a way to understand why you thought that way, but to clarify us as well.
Exactly.
Because maybe you can think we meant it that way, but obviously our intentions were not meant that way at all. So that's the thing with this podcast. We say a lot, and it might comprehend in someone else one way, and for you a different way.
Yeah.
But I guess our message is so broad to the point where you can really think of it in a certain way, but we want to clarify exactly what we mean.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, that's what it is.
Basically done said it. So, bye guys.
Thank you.